This is the plaintiff, Rebecca Elzinga. She says she bought 2 guaranteed tickets to a Halloween party in New York City. And when she arrived at the party, the cops told her to go home because the defendant oversold the event. She emailed the defendant asking for a refund, and all he responded was there were no refunds, but he'd give her tickets to his next event. She's sorry, but she won't be a sucker twice, and is suing for the $62.98 she paid. This is the defendant, Kazi Sorrentino. He says he admits he oversold the party, but emailed everyone who didn't get in, asking them to respond within 14 days if they wanted a refund. He didn't hear a thing from the plaintiff because she never emailed him back, so he doesn't owe her a thing. Besides, she could have waited in line for people to leave and would have probably been admitted eventually. He's accused of being a real ghoul.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff bought 2 tickets to a Halloween party, but she never got in because the cops shut it down. It was oversold. Now the defendant says he offered a refund within 14 days. She didn't do it. It's the case of trick or treat or sue.
Thank you, Douglas. Rebecca Elzinga?
Yep.
You are suing Kazi Sorrentino. You won't let us use the name of your company, but you're a promoter?
Well, yeah, entrepreneur. I do a lot of stuff besides promoting.
Okay, but in this case, you're being sued as a promoter.
Yes.
For $62.98 for tickets you bought to a Halloween party that you didn't get admitted to.
Right.
What happened?
Okay, so we bought the tickets online. It was $42.98 for the tickets, and I'd seen about it on Facebook. Kazi had posted about it, and so
Do you know him?
No, we're Facebook friends.
It's the essence of the teenage life in my house. If you don't know him, you follow him. Why? Or
because he's a promoter, so he posts about things going on in the city.
All right, so you had heard about?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have been following him how long?
Maybe
Had you gone to other parties and stuff?
I'd gone to one a year earlier.
Okay. All right, so what happens? You see the party, and it's a Halloween party.
Right.
And is it a costume party?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was part of the appeal.
Right.
So we bought the tickets. And
What'd you dress up as?
I was Wonder Woman.
Was it slutty?
No.
Slutty Wonder Woman?
It wasn't.
No, not slutty Wonder Woman? What's the point? I'm sorry.
So
Let me see your costume. You got your picture of your costume?
Did it.
Okay, and was she with you?
Yeah, this is my
Step on
friend
up,
Kim.
girl. Why are you sitting there leaving her alone? What's your name?
I'm Kim.
Okay, Kim, what'd you dress up as?
I was Catwoman.
So we arrived at the venue on October 31st.
How'd you get there?
We took the subway in.
Okay, where was the party?
Essex Street.
Okay, so go on.
So we arrived
and you came in from where?
Our school in the city, the Bronx.
Okay.
So we waited in the line. There was a line outside for about 45 minutes.
How old are you?
19.
Okay.
And we waited in there for a while, and then
How long did you wait in costume?
I think
outside?
45 minutes around.
Was it cold?
Yes, it was.
Did you have a coat on?
No.
You didn't wear because you can't. Because you know why? And you know why she's cold? Because the costumes are slutty. Okay, so go on.
Eventually, after about 45 minutes, the police at the front of the line told everyone in the line to go home because they weren't letting anyone else in.
What time was this?
We weren't really keeping exact track. But
What time did the party start?
the party started at 10, and I think we arrived around 11 or 11:30.
Right. Okay, so the police tell everybody go home. This party's been oversold. And what?
So then we waited in line a little bit longer just to see if they were trying to clear out the line a little bit, but they still kept telling everyone to go home. So then we went
Were
up.
people angry?
Yeah, people were getting pretty,
Yeah.
pretty feisty.
Because the people in line had tickets.
Some people did, yeah.
Some people in line
Yeah.
had tickets.
Yeah.
You were one of them.
Yes.
All right, go on.
So
Do you have
then-
your ticket, the paperwork for your tickets here?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so go on.
So we went up to the front of the line to ask the policeman what's going on because we bought tickets, we're ticket holders, why can't we get in? And they just said, it's booked to capacity, we can't let anyone else in, it's out of our control, and just told us to go home. So we gave up and we eventually
Okay,
went
so that kind of stunk.
Yeah, we were
What'd you do for
disappointed.
Halloween?
We just hung out with friends.
Okay, did you stay in the city?
For a little bit, but it was cold and kind of raining, so.
Yeah, that's why you bring a coat, Wonder Woman.
Next time.
All right, so go on.
So then, after we came home, the next week we emailed Kazi explaining the situation and asking for a refund.
So when did you email him? Do you have the copy of the email?
Yeah.
Okay. What day is it?
We emailed him on November 7th, so it was 1 week after the event.
Okay. And?
He didn't respond to that, so then I emailed him again on the 12th, so 5 days after that, asking again, and he responded to that saying, refunds were given up to 5 days after the event, and now we're just going to give free tickets to our next 2 shows. And we responded saying that we didn't think that was acceptable because
Because you're going to stand in line.
Right.
You're going to take a shower, put on your makeup, put on your costume or outfit, which may still be a costume, and it may still have the issues I discussed. Then you go out there. I have 3 teenage daughters. All right, so you go out there, you take a train, you stand in line, and you still can't get into 2 more parties.
Right.
What is your defense?
I actually did give refunds to the people after they replied to my email. I have proof that I gave refunds to 12 people for 350.
12 people. How many people were in line?
More than 12.
How many?
I guess.
Maybe like 30.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Those weren't all ticket holders, first of all. So I gave the people who wanted refunds their refunds, and after everyone who wanted their refunds got their refunds, no one else asked me for refunds. So I gave them free tickets to my other shows.
Well,
they were happy with it.
you gave who free tickets? The other
Everyone
people who asked for refunds?
And with the refunds with
Okay,
more tickets.
I'm sorry, listen to my question. You just said no one else asked for refunds.
Yeah.
So I gave them free tickets. Gave who free
The
tickets?
people who asked for refunds also.
Okay, so then people did ask for refunds after the 5 days.
Yeah.
Right. So how many people did you give free tickets to your next shows?
Like about 15 to 20.
Okay. These people don't want free tickets to your next show. All they want is a refund. So, and then now your train tickets.
Yeah.
So what's your defense?
They didn't even request a refund on Eventbrite, like the ticketing sale on the website, which everyone else did, and I gave them refunds.
Okay, but you're saying that because you think that would be the logical way, and they just emailed you directly, now you won't give them a refund?
No, I mean I gave the refunds
that's what you
within
did.
I gave refunds within 5 days.
I have one case in front of me, and that's
Okay.
this one. She sent you. What did you do? Facebook him or
Emailed him, and then at the end we Facebooked him.
Okay, and said, I am one of the people who got cheated out of my Halloween. What would be the reason that you, young entrepreneur, how old are you?
20.
Would want to not only ruin their night, but then force them to come to court over $42, Mr. Entrepreneur? Tell me.
I mean, this makes no sense. They want a refund 3 months after the event, and they haven't.
I have an email sent to you.
On November 7th, and I replied November 12th.
That's not 3 months after
I know,
the event.
but then I replied to them. They didn't reply back to me asking, we don't want the free tickets. We would like a refund, or we're going to take you to court, which I didn't get.
Why wouldn't you just refund their money?
So does she have a right to get her money back, or can he just give her a credit to the next event?
Well, if she followed the rules and did her refund in time, then she could have got it. But since she didn't follow it, then she's kind of.
Is this a refund, or is this, hey, you broke the deal because you didn't let me in because your thing got shut down?
I think she deserves to get her money back
Because?
because she didn't get into the party. So
Well, I mean, I think, you know what? That's kind of it, isn't it? I think, going inside the courtroom.
Why was their request so unreasonable that you, as a 20-year-old businessman, would not feel like garbage for being greedy and ruining these nice little superheroes' evening? You ruined it.
I offered the refunds and free tickets to my next party.
No, you didn't. You offered free tickets to the next party with no refund. That's why you're in court, sweet pea.
I gave refunds to the people who asked for
I don't care what you get. You think that you have the power. I don't know who you think you are, but you think in your little 20-year-old bloated head world that you have the power to arbitrarily decide a deadline on a refund. Says who they have 5 days?
I sent an email out.
I don't care what you sent out.
And I put no refunds
You
on it.
think that and I put no refund even if I completely and totally ruin your night and breach the contract. Even if I breach, no refund for you, because I say so. The king of the world, right? No, pal, you're just another entrepreneur trying to make a buck, which is great and admirable unless you act like a complete and total jerk, which is what you have done. I wouldn't go to one of your parties if you held the key to my eternal happiness, and I would never go to one. I am only sorry that you won't let us use the name of your business. Honestly, I've never felt this way about it. It is so shocking that you are this big a jerk. And I hope that these last 5 minutes teach you something about how you treat people in business. So yes, ladies, I am going to award you your train tickets. I am going to award you the amount you paid for the Halloween party and your court costs. That's my judgment.
Well, the defendant's out here, and let's see, what do you have to say for yourself out here in the hallway?
I learned to give people their money back. And, I mean, they helped me more than they think they did.
Yeah. It may have hurt you more than you think they did.
Probably not.
All right. You think your attitude went over well in the courtroom?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
All right, sir, right this way.
Hey, Superwoman, Wonder Woman's out here. Are you satisfied how this came out?
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever met this guy before?
No.
How do you like him?
It's not my favorite, but it's okay.
Right. You gonna still like his Facebook page and keep up on his events and stuff like that?
I don't think so. I think we're done.
The judge says that she wouldn't go to one of his parties if it was the last party in the world.
I don't think we will either, so.
All right, choose more wisely.
Definitely.
All right. Harvey?
Here's the thing, the defendant cannot impose rules that the plaintiff didn't agree to when she bought the tickets. This whole 5 or 14 day refund policy, it just does not hold water.